Welcome back, guys, and this is another episode of Car Chat
with Sid
and myself, Fiaz.
Yay!
Audience applause. No, we haven't got a name yet, so we're still workshopping, let's say. So, I'm springing this subject on you, which again you might not know anything about, but it's cool. We'll just chat about it. So, Diddy.
The diddler. I've seen so many memes, it's unbelievable. The best one I've seen is a standard routine from an American comedian. And it's always the baby oil. It's always this crazy 1,000 bottle baby oil bit. What he does is they can't get out because it's too oily on the
That's genius.
on the door thing.
That's genius already.
So he's turning it. His hand's not going anywhere, and at the same time he's screaming. And then the stand up, what he's doing is he's basically doing that stupid Diddy shuffle.
The Diddy
so
dance.
he's getting closer and closer, and he's just going, trying to get out. That's the best one I've seen.
We're gonna have to code word some language just for websites and online, and so some things we just avoid saying or just use a code word for it. Yeah.
What did I say was wrong then?
No, what you said was fine. Right. I've said it early just in case we get into some hot territory. What you said there was obviously fine. So yeah, some words are just we'll code word them just for monetization and that.
The diddler. That is brilliant though.
That is brilliant.
I think that was another podcast I heard that on.
All right, and that is a great scenario. That I bet that happened. That is so crazy.
The best meme I saw was, the Japanese, the crazy Japanese game shows.
Yeah.
Right? With the inflatable ramp that goes up and they put oil on it. And
right.
Basically they got to run, they got to get from the bottom all the way to the top.
Right.
Because it's full of oil or whatever. It's just sliding back down. So the meme is people trying to escape Diddy's mansion and there's just going up and falling down, coming up and falling down.
It's mental. It's okay, right? So, have you heard about the new 100 and odd victims?
To be honest, I've not really looked into it to that extent.
I'll give you some info. So basically, there's been 100 and odd victims, I'm pretty sure, that have come out and said, yep, we've also had the same treatment. There's been issues and blah, 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 attack and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of them, there's a good 25 or something that were underage.
So what has he been doing? Because all I know is that he's just an outrageous guy and he just shagged a lot of people.
Kind of cold word that a little bit, but all right.
But, and the other thing is as well, I thought, how many people do you have to diddle to...
How many do you
have to diddle for the FBI to get involved?
How many... Oh, I feel like it's one of those. How many diddle? Like a tongue twister.
So is the gist is that he's basically...
You gotta put the word fiddle in there. That'll just fit so nicely. Anyway,
fiddle, is he basically inviting people to outrageous parties, and then the after hours, he's just basically... The people that are there think they're going for consent, but he's just overpowering them or something. What is he just using?
As far as I know, there's a mixture of things, right? So some of them it's consensual, so let's say there's a celeb, all right, random celeb. Let's just say it's Will Smith, random celeb, right? And he's there and he's partying, having a great time, and there's a woman there, right? And getting on really well and stuff. Now, that woman might be somebody hired by Diddy.
Ah, right.
So she's hired. So she is, let's say, consensual. And Will Smith at this point is consensual. Now, let's say they start doing something, because the thing about these parties is they'll do something in kind of a public situation.
All right.
So it's kind of public. There's access to the doors. You can just walk in, or perhaps it's happening in a crowded place-ish. So something's happening.
And then the diddler wants to join in.
Well, that's kind of thing, but that's not really the issue. The issue is the video recording of it.
Oh.
This is the whole thing. Yeah. So what's happening is,
I thought it was bad enough that he was either forcing people or like, do you know, like for advancement, so you got to do this.
all for advancement. Yeah,
That sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Like
Bieber.
predatory,
Bieber, yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Like a predatory sort of relationship.
Yeah. Usher.
But is he filming everything?
Yes. This is a big thing. The big thing is he's apparently filming it, saving it, and then holding that over their head forever and ages. Right, give me money, or do this, make that deal. Whatever he can do with that info, hold over their head, he's doing it. That's the thing. And like there's loads of this weirdness like that. Okay, so that's a consensual situation, let's say. Now then, the other ones are where I want to do over that rapper. Invites the rapper to the party. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's having a great time. Now he's gonna try the escort on him. Escort works, and they do it. Blah blah blah. Escort fails. Let's say escort fails. He will then spike the rapper.
So it's a proper predator.
Rapper is now spiked, and then he'll add additional cocktails to it to elicit certain reactions from the rapper, let's say, and then make a video out of that. Apparently, he would even do things. Let's say the rapper is straight. He could basically attack them, spike them, and then do an act on them. Like himself, somebody else.
Bloody hell.
Basically, so it's not a straight act. Okay, I'll pause it. I'll pause it. Right, so just pulling it back. So then he will spike said rapper, and then so either it'll be the escort who will do something, or it could be somebody hired who is. It makes it into a
gigolo.
Yeah, so it makes it into no longer a straight situation. And then that's filmed and recorded, and it's like, right, I've got you this compromising situation. I'm going to use it against you. What are you going to do? And that's what he's got. Loads of that.
That's mad.
Which is basically the same as Epstein.
Yeah. Proper predator blackmailer.
And they're saying that he could not do this without support from police, local authorities, mayors, blah, 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 blah. So they're like, they're probably involved in here somewhere as well. And then they're like, well, we know what happened to Epstein. Epstein was on S-Watch, but he still got offed. He was offed, and he was on S-Watch. So what's going to happen with Diddy? Is Diddy not going to do the same thing? And
it's going to be crazy, all the stuff that's going to come out.
He's not even on S-Watch. Yeah. I know there's going to be some... Basically, they're saying that there's so much discovery, like when they've got to go through everything, that it's going to take a year to even get to court.
Man, that trial is going to be trial of the century.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be amazing.
It'll be private. It'll be kept private. We'll find out what we can.
No.
It'll come out, won't it?
It's going to be fully televised, I bet you. Because it's in such public prominence that a lot of it, I'll be surprised if it isn't public hearing.
I wonder how many celebs are going to be named. There's going to be so many celebs in this. You know that, what's his name? Him from Titanic, man, that big actor. DiCaprio.
Yeah.
He was Diddy's best mate. He was at loads of parties. Loads of parties. He was like number one guy.
Do you know the thing is, though? There is some element that in the past, the consensual parts, they were, like, we would consider a bit sleazy, a bit ugh. But because they were escorts who knew that's what their job was, and he hired them specifically, so the celebs who come for the parties knowing they're going to have a wild time, there is an aspect that maybe you would frown upon it as a lifestyle, like you wouldn't do it, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
but
like legally or whatever.
It's whether, like you were saying, if there's some underage girls involved. Or boys as well.
Yeah, both. Yeah, and then there's the abuse of Cassie, his ex, and I think that he treated other women like that too. I don't know about guys, but women, yeah.
What if he's doing that to his guests in his house? What is he doing to people? The one person that's there when there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There was an audio that I heard of him and Meek Mill.
I don't know who that is.
I know, I've never heard his music. I don't know. I don't think I have. He's after my time, I think, or something. But Meek Mill is a rapper, and there are sounds of not good situation.
Slappy tappy, bouncy time. Maybe that's what he called it. It's time for slappy
He
papa
calls
dance.
it a freak off.
Well, he's not wrong, is he? Do you think he's got that the do you know the race announcement from Mario? Ding, ding, ding. Let's go! Let's go!
Wild. And what was it? Then I saw
You
this.
know the thing is though, because he's been doing it for so many years, somebody of that expertise and obsessive sort of freakishness, he would have given himself more and more elaborate fantasies as well.
That's what people have said as well. Yeah.
So
That's why
the degree of creativity in his different constructive sort of predator situations,
There's a
it
sketch
must have
show.
been. It's going to be like a book in itself.
There's a sketch show in this somewhere, isn't there? There's a comedy sketch show somewhere.
Wow.
I need Chappelle to do this. We need to
Oh,
petition.
his take will be amazing.
We need Chappelle to like sketch show this with the best thing ever. Do you know what I find mad, right? The cycle of abuse in this. Yeah. What I mean by that is when Diddy was taken in, no pun intended. No, when Diddy was taken into like the music industry, the abuse already existed. There was this guy, really old dude, some kind of record exec, and he had brought in a young African American guy, and the thought here is that there was abuse because later on they both came out as homo. Yeah. And it's because that the cycle was repeated. Because that guy who came in brought Diddy in, but didn't like deal with Diddy. He passed him up to the old guy,
Like,
and they got awfully
he's
close.
probably got sick and tired. It's like, it's a bit raw now. Can you take this one instead? That's even more slide in the. He would know that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
So like, just get this one instead. Take my place.
Take one for the team, bro, please. Many times. Maybe that's what the dance is. It's just trying to walk straight. Anyway, so he took him in. He took Diddy, right? And then he gave Diddy a good deal and a good career and stuff like that, right? Then Diddy brought in Usher. And then I don't know if he got passed around, but Usher brought in...
Passed around.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what's happening.
That is...
Because Usher brought in Bieber and passed him to Diddy. And thingy, he even said that. Bieber himself said that when I was 14 or whatever this age, blah, 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 I spent like days or whatever with Diddy.
Bloody hell. It gets more and more grotesque the more you go into it.
Proper cycle. Yeah, there's a cycle of it. It goes back.
The thing is, though, in these highly lucrative and sort of highly fame-driven industries, there are always going to be these sort of grotesque demon ghouls lurking about that just prey on that.
Monsters.
It's like the deepest sort of emotion in people to want to succeed in these industries, because it's just the sort of primordial, I want to be rich, I want to be famous. And some people are just willing to do anything. And there's one aspect where if you're willing to go through it, then there's between you, but obviously with the if they're underage and he's using it as a gatekeeping situation where you can't do it unless you do this. I don't know.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. J-Lo went out with him. So I wonder what J-Lo's seen.
Oh my God. Can you imagine the videos of that?
She was with him for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's well going to have videos of that.
Yeah. And what was it now? Something happened. Something like this happened, right? Will Smith and Jada, as we know, they're a bit weird, and they like are in an open thing, which was kind of
Yeah,
publicized.
he's openly gay.
Will,
He might as well come out and say
I suppose. But they're in an open thing, right? And apparently, Will Smith and Puffy and Jada got into a bit of an argument because Will and Jada were trying to get J-Lo into a bit of a thing. So it would have been J-Lo, Jada and Will.
He's a greedy boy.
And so Puff Daddy was like,
I'm the freak off.
yeah, it's like, oil attack.
In the eyes.
So, yeah.
There can only be one diddler.
There can only be one. Oil attack. Slick attack.
Sneak attack.
Slick attack.
Sneak attack.
Sneak slick. I saw
Can you imagine? It's like a quick draw on the floor so they slip.
It's just oil.
Come around concussion or something like that. And like, what's going on? Not wearing any trousers anymore. Oh, dear, dear. Do you know what it reminds me of? That really grotesque sex pest that Notorious one from, who was doing people at Manchester University.
Oh,
that really bad one,
man.
Like he's supposed to have done like hundreds of people, and like he was doing the same thing where he would.
Oh God, that's so monstrous, isn't it? Oh my God,
he would basically accost people who
vulnerable,
or either vulnerable or like he would just try and be mates with them, buy them a drink, and he would spike their drink. And when they were a bit tipsy, obviously not in the worth of a whole what they're doing, he would invite them to their house.
Yeah.
And they would have his evil way with them. But he's supposed to have
hundreds.
He's supposed to have hundreds of victims.
Yeah. Hundreds. What's mad is like, I wonder how many of them victims we've walked past in Manchester.
The thing is, there are so many of them, apparently, that the police, they appeal for people who may have even come across him, because some of the footage that they found were people just unconscious. So they might even not know they were abused.
God, man.
And then wake up the next day like, I'm just in this weirdo's apartment, I'm just going to get out of here. Not knowing that he's just done that to them.
That story is mad, isn't it?
Ooh.
How it all happened is crazy. That Manchester
He would go out of his way to find straight men.
Oh, yeah. Straight.
That was his thing.
Yeah, for them to be straight. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Ooh. I think we should change the subject.
I think we should. Should we leave this one here?
Yeah, leave this one here then.
We'll call this one an end on that shuddering finish. Do you want to take us out? I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.